Hi guys, it's Carissa. I just got home from my appointment and at first glance, everything looked like I was still on track to continue with the egg freeze. Now, the nurse that came in had reviewed my chart before, so she said, so correct me if I'm wrong, but this is an IVF. And I said, well, no, it's supposed to be an IUI, possibly an egg freeze. And she said, well, the egg freeze is an IVF. Which made me nervous because I thought, did I misunderstand when they said that the transfer was egg and sperm, not an embryo? Because if the egg freeze is an embryo, doesn't that, I don't know, does that increase our chances? I don't know. But she was just very dismissive. Like, yeah, that's an IVF. So she checked my follicles, and while she was checking them, my left side still, was overactive, really producing. She counted at least 10 follicles on the left side. The right side was not super visible, but what she could see, I think she counted 5. I think she counted 5 follicles on the right side. So she said, everything kind of looks like you're still aiming to go forward with the freeze, and we'll see you on Wednesday. So while she was making my appointment for Wednesday, I asked her if I have enough gonal to get me through to Wednesday, but maybe not much further after that, do you think I should order a new pen? And she said, well, let me look at your chart. Now, there's this magical graph that they always bring up when they are talking to me about my doses, because between my estrogen level, which they won't, excuse me, they won't have my estrogen level until my blood work comes back, and that is between like noon and 2 o'clock. They usually get those results. So between that and then this chart, they figure out what they want me to do, usually is how it goes. And she said, well, let me see if your graph has pulled up yet. And when she pulled it up, she turned it towards me and she's like, oh yeah, look at this. Now, I've never seen it before. I didn't know it was something that they could just show you like that. I mean, it's your information, so why not? But it looked like a bunch of different bars, and there were green and blue dots all over it. And I couldn't decipher what I was looking at all. And she was like, oh, this changes everything. So according to what she was pointing at, I could then understand that on the left side of the chart must have been my first scan, and then it was gradually getting higher and higher, the dots. And they were all pretty clustered together. And today's results, which showed up on the end of the graph, there were 3 dots and then a lot of space and then the rest of them. So she said, technically speaking, you're still okay to go forward with an IUI, because if those 3 follicles keep growing and then the ones that are 12s or lower fall back and don't grow, then we can still do an IUI. But if all of them continue to grow, then we'll have to do the egg freeze if that's what we want to do. So she said, what we can do is have you come in tomorrow morning, see where everything looks like it's going, and that will kind of tell us what your direction is for sure. So she said the only reason for you not to come in tomorrow would be if you know you want to do the egg freeze. Well, I don't know anything for sure. Obviously the egg freeze is a gamble just like everything else is. But I wonder, if IVF is supposed to be so much more successful than an IUI, should I not even be bothering with an IUI, and should I just pay to do the transfer with the frozen egg? I guess I should ask them tomorrow tomorrow I might not have a choice. I might have to do it. But if they're transferring an embryo, that's a totally different story. But I was led to believe from the doctor that it was an egg and sperm transfer. I guess I don't know. Do they do that? Do they not? When someone has a donor egg, do they automatically make an embryo, or do they put the egg and the sperm in together? I don't know. If you know, tell me what your experience is. But I kind of just feel like I have no idea what to do. I love that I have these options, though. I'm really grateful, and it kind of makes all of this so much more interesting because I have no idea what direction things are going to take. Doing an IUI doesn't bother me. I'm happy to do that, but if we could do a procedure that might give us better odds, then sure. However, I might not end up with any eggs that are worth using, so I don't want to just go, oh, let's just keep stimulating and then put myself in a bad position that way either. So as of today, I'm still going to be on, oh, I don't think I mentioned this because after my last video, so maybe I did, I'm sorry if I already said this, but they called me and told me to increase my dose to 150. So my estrogen levels must not have been where they need to be, which doesn't surprise me. So I went from the 75 units of gonal to 150. I started that on Saturday, and then I did 150 last night, and I'll do 150 tonight, and just see what happens. So that's all I've got. I'm going to be pretty busy this next week between our appointments and just working. I have a lot of work to do, and this horrendous workspace behind me that I kind of wish I could cover up. Trust me, you're not seeing a lot, but I ordered a new desk. Mike got me a new desk for Christmas, and it'll be coming in, so I'll have to be assembling that soon. And I don't know, I feel good because I like the idea of just keeping busy, just moving forward, and not worrying about what's going on until I'm actually sitting in the room, you know. My blood pressure was a little bit higher today, so I almost wonder if I was stressed about what the outcome was going to be, but there's nothing I can stress about. You know, whatever happens, happens, and I'm just glad to know that I've got different options based on that. So I will let you know tomorrow what I find out, and hopefully I've got a plan of action by then. So thanks for watching. I hope you guys all stay safe with the storm. And my Australian friend, I hope you're keeping cool over there. And that's it, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.